Hey guys, JL Cordy here and welcome back to another video. So if you've watched my channel, you've likely heard of my Siri Shortcuts videos. After all, it is one of my most popular videos. How to make a spam bot using Siri Shortcuts. It has achieved 15,000 views. Very impressive. Thank you guys so much for watching that. But not everyone particularly knows how to use Siri Shortcuts. So here's a basic guide on how to. This may be a multi-part series. I'll try to keep this in as little parts as possible. But yeah, let's get into it. So, Siri Shortcuts could essentially do everything. And I'm talking everything. So it could make phone calls, send text messages, send emails, although that does require some preparation before or else it will glitch. However, the thing I like to use the most is the music and media and the scripting functions of Siri Shortcuts. However, I'll talk about the scripting functions later. So, I will talk about a simple media shortcut. So with music, this will add your current song to a playlist. You could search all functions in Siri Shortcuts by clicking like the thing here, like I did on scripting, or searching them. So, it's similar to like a block design. So what you do is, in order to add the current song to a playlist, all you do is you search like media, and then you go down to music, or you could search get current song, or go down to media music, and then that will show up. Now simply, search add to playlist. Sometimes these names could be confusing because you have to get it exactly right. But add to playlist. So this will add the current song to a playlist. But you're not done yet. You have to choose your playlist. So there's multiple ways you could do this. You could tap that, and then you could get your certain playlist. I'll talk about magic variables later. But there's my music library, and then all your playlists. I have all my playlists on my iPod. I don't know how Purchase got on my phone, but yeah. What happens if you wanted to get a different playlist every time and not have to update the Siri shortcut? Just press ask each time. And now we'll call this the Hello Music. This is a very simple thing because this isn't like a programming language, although it could be very similar to one. So there you go. This will show up and it already shows the current song, so you just press your playlist right now. So I'm adding my thing to purchased. But what happens if you want to do an if? So there's also ifs in Siri Shortcuts. It's a very cool scripting thing. So let's say you wanted to add your current song to a playlist, or you're up next again for some reason. Or let's not just say get current song, but one of the best functions in Siri Shortcuts, find music. So this is simple. However, this is not how it's supposed to be. To move blocks, just press and hold, and then move it to wherever, and you might get some haptic feedback. But now, don't worry about that red thing. I'll talk about that later. So now, find music is a very cool function. It's already very complicated. You could add filters. So you have artist, album, play count even. However, that is the iTunes play count. And if you use iTunes on your computer, the track number, the disc number. So if you want to get all your explicit or not explicit music, or the lyrics or something. However, like I said, I have no music on my phone. I'll show this off on my iPod, maybe. So let's say we wanted to get our songs that were rating is. No, there's multiple things here. Is not, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. We're going to say is not. So we don't want to get our crap music. Then we type in how many stars we put the song, which is usually 1 to 5. So we don't want a 1-star song. And you could also do artist is like I said, I don't have any music, so we'll just put example. I do have music, though. Don't get me wrong. And then we'll put composer. No, not composer. Genre is, we'll say, rock. But now what happened? So this will not do anything, not to mention the sort by. I can't forget the sort by. You could also sort by the genre, the name, and then A to Z, Z to A. This is a very advanced shortcut right now. Album, Z to A. We'll put the artist from Z to A. And you could also limit it. So if we want to get like 10 items, it's always selected by random. This is not just smart playlist. But now we do what is this? It just finds the music. It doesn't add any song to the playlist. Well, remember how I said don't worry about the red thing? Well, it says the variable is not available, aka there's no song selected. So it just won't link. It just won't link the two. You want to see a line. So what do? You press that, press select magic variable, and then you click the variable, which is music. So now it will link it to whatever playlist you want. So this will do, we'll change the artist to, we'll just remove the artist. We'll just put all songs where the rating is not 1 and the genre is rock to whatever playlist. And then you could run it by clicking this or, that. So now add it to my purchase, and then all songs that is not rated 1 and genre is rock. This is hello music here. Now let's talk about ifs. Let's say if you wanted to either add it to your up next or a playlist. So what you want to do is, there's multiple ways you could do this. Let's talk about choose from menu. So we have, let's say, add to playlist right here. So you could type in anything. Remember, you could do practically anything with Siri Shortcuts, but this is an example. Then we have add to up next. And then we'll put what do you want to do, not I don't know what happened there. What do you want to do? And if you add to playlist, then you say, you just type in add to playlist, and then press and hold that and just put it there. If you just tapped it and it ends up right there, just press and hold it and put it there. But then what music do you add? Well, it's simple. Just select the magic variable and click music. It's a very cool thing. And then you choose whichever playlist you want, or you could ask each time. And then there's add to up next, where we just type in, add to up next. Press and hold that, put it there. Then select magic variable, and then click music. And then you have an option here to be next, later, or ask each time. Later puts it in the last spot on the add to up next. It should be called last, not later. Next is the next spot, and then you could choose. We're going to say choose. So remember, you could also do this and everything. You could change up this if you want. So yeah, now we're going to play it. And let's say we want to add it to up next. And now we say next or later. We'll say later this time. And then it added it. I don't have any music on my phone, like I said, but it works. But let's say you wanted to actually inform something. Like you wanted to get proof that they added it. Well, that's pretty dang simple. You could show a notification or an alert. So I'll talk about both of them. First, we're going to do notifications. So there we go. We could say shortcut complete here at the end. Or we could actually do better than that and press and hold that to the add to up next section. Don't worry about the line here. It doesn't need to be connected. And say added, and then select this icon right here next to updated playlist I'm holding right now is the magic variable button. Then just click that and then go to music and then added music. And then you could also say a lot of things here. I don't usually use this, but you could say the title. So that's like the song name, the album, the artist, the album artist, all of this stuff. So yeah, even more stuff. Last modified the name. I don't have no idea what the name and the title difference is. But let's say we added the title to it because, you know, that's what you do. And then you have an option to play sound and the attachment, which I'll talk about later. Variables. I'll talk about variables later. They're very simple. So this will tell you if you actually added any music. And now let's replicate that for the playlist. Is just show notification. Press and hold that. Put it here. And then show. Then say added. There's also music in the variables section. Added music. And then if you want to do that to the updated playlist or the playlist name. Added music. We'll just say added music to playlist for now. So now we get to see if there's actually anything added. So now we're going to add it to purchased. Now I have do not disturb on, but if we go to my added to playlist, there we go. So now there you go. Now, let's talk about variables. Variables are part of the scripting section, and this can make this part much cooler. So, it's simple. The variable is just something like a number, a field of text, an ask for input, and then you just say type and set variable. So now we are going to do a simple variable. So, let's say you wanted to do the rating. So you could do a variable instead of 1. We'll see. So we just do a number. Then put it there, 42. I wonder if that's an Easter egg. We'll do 2 for now. Don't worry, I'll let you select the number later. Then we just type in set variable. Then we'll say rating. And then this is what the variable is. Then you just type here. And then you could go to the variables, press rating, or select the magic variable, and then do rating. So we're going to do rating here. This assures you that you're using the right thing. I typically assign variables to numbers. Because, yeah, so if the rating is not rating, so 2. But what if you wanted to select the number? Well, that's pretty simple. You just ask for input. There you go. You just ask for the input. I don't know if this is text or numbers. Hold on. What rating? And then we'll see if this works. What rating? 3. Add to playlist. And we'll say purchased. And then I didn't get the notification because of do not disturb. But yeah. There we go, it worked. So, there you go. You got to ask what rating and everything. You could, I changed this to number. Input type to number. I forgot to tell you that. Change the input type to number. There's also the URL, the date, the time, and the date and time. But, yeah, this is pretty cool. I have a cool music shortcut that I'm going to show you now. Dang, that's cool, right? Well, you're probably wondering about the smart selection thing. Because all the other things are super easy to do. Like clear up next, add playing song to playlist. That's super easy. But the selecting artist and composer, dang, that's so cool. Well, that's actually very simple. That's literally what we're doing right now. Except we're not toying with the rating right now. We're toying with the artist right now. So let's change the rating to just not be 1. Or actually we'll say is less than or is greater than or equal to, then, we just clear this out, 3. So we have our OK songs and above. But now we're going to add artist and composer. So you could also do all kinds of things here. And now we just say ask for input. Press and hold that to the top and say artist. And then make sure it's text. I wouldn't do a default answer because it's just a pain to erase that. It's not like the gray field of text that appears before. And also, what I'm going to show you guys in just a few seconds will make sure that if you leave this blank, any artist or composer will show up. And now we just do set variable to be the artist. And it's the provided input. And then we're going to do the same thing. Ask for input. We're going to do composer. Make sure that's text. Then say set variable. Then press and hold that to the bottom. Then we're going to type in composer. And then this is pretty simple here. We just do artist is, I would do contains, not is, but we're going to change this to contains artist, and composer contains composer. So now it would get me the rating that is greater than or equal to 3, the artist that contains the artist. So if we put like -1 letter, then it would show that. Or the composer is pretty cool too, because the composer list on the default music app has an unfixable problem, and that is that if you show it shows all 3 composers. Like sometimes on a song it's written by 3 people, and so it shows them all in one section. But what if you just wanted the songs that contained one person? Composer being is would limit that, so it would only make songs solo by that person. So this actually depends. In fact, I haven't found a way to actually change or ask for input there, so I'm sorry about that. But we do have contains here and some great things here. Now we could add that to our up next and everything. It's very cool. But is there one more thing? Well, yeah, probably. Now we're just gonna look up some really cool thing. Honestly, Find Music is probably one of the coolest elements in Siri Shortcuts. We're gonna do a new shortcut called Cell Command. Yeah, Hello Music's pretty cool. Cell Command is just a basic thing. For example, I haven't asked for input here. If you've been following along, you'd mostly understand this. So I asked just slash here. So like, yeah. And then if I say call, I just made this for this purpose and this purpose only. Then it would be slash call. Then I put in the phone number of the person. I'm not actually going to do that. And there's slash text. And then send that. But yeah. Very... I'll do an example. This actually wouldn't text somebody, but it might. So we're going to do slash text me, and then we're going to say hi. And then it couldn't convert it to a phone number, but yeah, you get this. I'll go brush by this slowly. The phone is very easy to use. This is the first new thing you guys have seen. It's a phone. It just calls a number, a contact, or a variable. So, for example, slash call is a variable here, and then it calls whatever number I put in there, but not the contact for some reason. That's a bug. And then if we go here, then if the provided input is text, so if I type in text in the first slash, then it would set the number as the second thing, and then it would send the message. So it'd be like slash text number message there. So that's the thing with the phone. Now let's get into another shortcut. Okay, so this is the first miscellaneous shortcut. It basically prints like a typewriter. It's just an ask for input. This is an ask for input. And this is a print, which you could search. So it basically... typewriter. but I'm going to make it sound like Shakespeare. Thou hast, shalleth, print, that's not even a word, but I'm still going to say it. Printed thou document from the mighty Siri Shortcuts. The mighty Siri the Great. And here's what it looks like. It's not showing it. Thou hast shalleth printed thou document from the mighty Siri the Great. Okay. I'm going to make this black and white, though. Okay. My printer's low on ink. I don't care. But yeah, this is the first shortcut. I'll show you the document as the outro, okay? This here is a stupid shortcut that has a 1 in 10 chance to turn my brightness to 100. Go ahead and examine it. It uses the random number function, the if function here, and then if the number is 6, it says the brightness to 100. Then it's the same thing. If it's 1, if it turns on airplane mode, and if it's 10, it turns on low power mode. I'm going to try my odds 3 times. Okay, it got 9. 3. 9. I'm going to wait till I get something. 7. Okay, just turn on the brightness to 100%. I thought that would blind me. I'm turning on light mode. I have to turn on light mode for this to be fun. I got it again. Okay, that's kind of annoying, but this is just a stupid shortcut. Let's turn on dark mode again. But yeah, let's see if I can get anything else besides the 100% brightness. See, it turned on my low power mode and then airplane mode, just like I told it to. But yeah, well, I'm going to keep that on because I'm low on battery. Thank you, shortcut. But anyways, one more miscellaneous shortcut. This one's actually useful now. Never mind, this is basically useless because you could shuffle your songs. But let's say that you only had one song to listen to and you want it to be random. Well, this is a pretty simple shortcut. It's the Find Music shortcut that I was so heavily talking about last time. But I sorted by random, which is at the bottom. And then I limited it to one item. And then I turned on shuffle for some reason, even though it doesn't matter. But there's one bug with this. It might also play podcasts and TV shows. Anything from the old iPod app that would be considered from that. So literally everything but your personal photos and videos that you taken will be played, potentially. Of course, the more TV shows or podcasts you have in your library, the higher the chance of them playing instead of music, which is a bug. But if you only have time for one song and you want it to be random, then this is a decent shortcut. Well, anyways, I hope you guys learned a lot about Siri Shortcuts. If you have any questions about Siri Shortcuts, please comment down below. And if you enjoy my other content, please subscribe. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. And here is the proof that I printed that document. Goodbye.